Section E, Family, the Harvard Business School class of 2020. Welcome to you and your loved ones, and my deepest congratulations to you on all of your incredible achievements. It's an honor to celebrate with you today. Now this is the fun part, where we get to recognize each one of you for receiving your degrees. Ordinarily, all 10 sections of 90 plus students would sit in Baker Lawn, where one by one, each student would await their turn to be called. As I mentioned this, I can already see some of you doing the math to determine how long that would actually take. But all kidding aside, this is not an ordinary year, and you are not an ordinary section. The irony of being spread far apart across the world is that we get to have an experience that is more intimate, one that celebrates the uniqueness of its members, Section E. The section whose mascot is the elephant, an animal that is intensely loyal to its family members. The section who proudly and cleverly selected family as its moniker. And so it's on this theme of family that I'd like to speak to you today. Commencement, quite simply, would not be possible without family. By family, I mean the parents, the partners, the siblings, the grandparents, cousins, uncles, aunts, and so forth. But I also mean the close friends, the teachers, the mentors, and countless other loved ones who have been part of this journey. This particular commencement has provided a unique opportunity for these multitudes of families to gather in one space in a way that we've never done before. And as we come together as one big family, I'd like to take the time to celebrate this Section E family that I've grown to know and love. For those of you watching on simulcast, I've had the absolute privilege of teaching and learning from this section in our leadership course in the fall of 2018. I have been lucky to see the remarkable ways in which this family has grown intellectually, emotionally, ethically, spiritually, and physically. And by physically, I don't mean taller, I mean with the addition of partners and little ones. My first encounter with this family happened 2 weeks before the start of class. As I read the profiles of these students, I marveled at the section's incredible diversity, collectively representing more than 25 different countries. And as I've gotten to know each individual, I've learned that they represent an even more diverse range of impressive talents. An artist who's painted 20-foot murals exploring the history of Lebanon, his home country. A physician who's deployed her medical knowledge to broaden access to healthcare in East Africa. A professional handball player whose skills catapulted her to play on the Greek national team. What happens when you put this group of high-achieving and talented individuals in one room without windows for months and months on end? Magic. Quite simply, a magic that can only happen with family. If you were to walk into Aldrich Hall 007, or as I like to call it, the James Bond room, on September 5th of 2018, you would feel a palpable energy of nervousness and excitement. In that moment, both students and professors, especially those teaching in their first year like myself, are bound by the same looming thoughts. Can I be impactful in class? Am I good enough? Will people like me? Do I belong here? What will I do with my one wild and precious life? Without the right environment, these anxieties can create a barrier to open conversation, a wall that staves off deep discussion, a danger to real learning. But in this group, it was the decision to be family that made all the difference. As a family, we grew in psychological safety, a term that this section loves so much, they used it in almost every single class after learning about it, multiple times in fact. It was with this psychological safety that we all gained an ability to speak and listen with openness. We grew intellectually through impassioned debate about enlightened capitalism. We grew emotionally after listening with empathy as section mates discussed the challenges facing the LGBTQ community. We grew ethically through discussions about the heart-wrenching impact of apartheid. We grew spiritually in our pursuit of greater meaning as we prospect on our lives 10 years post-graduation. As family, we grew not only inside the classroom, but outside as well. We grew closer through our my takes, by sharing stories of parents reunited, stories of a family's journey from Guatemala to the United States, and stories of bravery and tragedy while serving our respective home countries. And we grew in the sharing of our personal developments, whether it's explorations on a trek in Japan, whether it's finally fulfilling a dream to perform stand-up comedy, whether it's getting engaged or married, whether it's having a baby, or in the case of one student, twins. It's been incredibly rewarding to see how you have cultivated and expanded this family through your time here. And more recently, this family has become ever more important as you have grown to navigate a world lived almost entirely on Zoom, as your post-graduation plans have had to be rearranged, or as loved ones have fallen ill. It has been so heartening to see the work of individuals in this section helping those in your immediate family, your Section E family, and your local communities impacted by this pandemic. As we live in a world that seems uncertain and divided, I am comforted that you will be our leaders, equipped by the abilities to listen and act with openness that you have cultivated so carefully as a family here at HBS. As I reflect on our time together, I feel incredibly grateful and proud to be part of this family. You have shown me how learning comes from trust, empathy, and compassion. As a family, you have made a difference in my life and the lives of so many around you. And looking forward, I can't wait to learn about the difference you will make in the world. Congratulations, my dearest family, Section E, Class of 2020. And now it is my distinct pleasure that we turn to the next phase of our time together to recognize each member of this big and beautiful family. Before we begin the calling of names, we will first hear from Professor Rivkin, who will describe the achievements and distinctions amongst our graduates.
Congratulations again to the class of 2020. You are now officially HBS graduates. You know, commencement day is my favorite day of the year. I love seeing our students so happy. I love seeing their families and friends rightly proud of their graduates and so excited about their bright futures. We now come to my favorite part of my favorite day of the year, the diploma ceremony, when we recognize each and every member of your section. As members of the class of 2020 are recognized, you'll hear mention of three kinds of honors. The first is distinction. This is for students who earned academic honors in both the first year and the second year of our program. The second is high distinction. These individuals not only earned honors in the first year and the second year, their combined academic performance placed them in the top 5% of their class as a whole. These students are also known as George F. Baker Scholars, commemorating the individual whose generosity in the 1920s allowed us to build the campus. I invite you to look at the Baker Scholars page on the Commencement Day website to learn more about the legacy of George F. Baker and this particular distinction. Third and last, but by no means least, the Dean's Award celebrates the extraordinary achievements of graduating students who, during their time at HBS, made distinctive contributions to Harvard Business School, or the broader community. These students have contributed to the well-being of others through extraordinary acts of leadership. Students and all members of the community nominate these individuals, and then Dean Noria makes the final selection. So please enjoy the diploma ceremony, celebrate each and every member of your section. I hope that your section will remain close as mine has, and I hope that these 2 years at HBS will be just the beginning of an ongoing conversation among you as you enjoy long, happy years of making differences that are meaningful to you and meaningful for the world. Be well and be close.
And now the moment you have all been waiting for, the announcement of your name, symbolizing the many years of hard work, as well as the many people who have brought you to this moment. As your names are called, I encourage you to celebrate on video, whether it's in the form of clapping, waving, or even better, interpretive dancing.
Melekot Abata. Mansour Al-Aidi. Yazid Al-Rashid. Amira Asamwa. Chitta Balaji, high distinction. Daichi Ban. Jose Barreto. Fraser Barton. Noah Bricker. Rebecca Kai. Yusuf Kamara. Esther Zhang. Encore Chawla. Hanyin Chang. Jonathan Chiquito Crespo.
Yay!
Andrew Choi. Kasha Choch. David Coletta. Benjamin Dubslav, high distinction. Alejandro Ferrand. Nicholas Fleming. William Ford. Ashley Gibson. Alex Goldberg. Andrew Goldberg, distinction. Oscar Gonzalez. Emily Gould. Yazan Halwani. Alexander Harstrick. Amy Hernandez Tercios. Allie Hines. Fiam Jarat Jarunkiat. Aaron Kavan.
Just unmute.
Ryan Kelly. Sean Kim. Natalie Nip. Pranita Kulkarni. Beth Labossiere, distinction. Alia Lar, distinction. John Laxo. Jill Langless. Aspa Leka. Feifei Lee. Garris Lee.
Love you, Mom!
Jewel Lee. Amanda Loyola. Fraser McDonald. Pri Marcelino. Siddhant Misra, distinction. Ishani Mitra. Paolo Molinari. Jaime Moraza. Kelsey Muller. Vivek Nadig. Taito Oe. Alex Pagalatis. Diego Paredes. Laura Pareja Restrepo.
Gracias.
Lindsay Patterson. Katie Peck. Spencer Penn, distinction. Sasha Perold. Emmy Phillips. Alex Ray. Joshua Raymond. Orlando Remack. Zach Renaud Wadeen. Sarah Rennick, distinction. Julien Roel. Alex Rosnev. Jalen Ross. David Ruffalo. Setu Saxana. Sarah Shuey. Akash Shah. Ani Sharma. Perry Smith. Ben Spakapan, high distinction. Taylor Stockton.
Let's go. Hi, Mom. Hi, Ashley.
I love you.
Bridget Taylor, distinction. Judy Thalen. Kelly Thorne. Tim Tong.
Love you guys.
Pooja Verma. Claire Wagner.
Yay! Congrats, everyone.
Congrats.
Tao Wen. Consuelo Williams. Mimi Williams. Rocio Wu.
Oh, I know Rocio.
Vicky Yu. Distinction.
Congratulations to each of you on your remarkable achievements. It's also a reflection of the devotion from loved ones who have supported you, advocated you, and guided you to become the incredible person that you are. And so in a moment, when I give you the cue, I'd like for all of us to take 1 minute on video to thank the loved ones who have been part of your incredible journey. Throw your hats in the air, give them a virtual hug, do the moonwalk, whatever it is. Be creative in how you'd like to express your thanks on video. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Yay. Deu pai.
Congratulations, everyone. Congrats.
Congrats, everyone.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congrats, everyone.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congrats, everyone.
Play something.
So now, as we near the end of this ceremony, I would like for us to rediscover this quote by Antonio Machado. Caminante no hay camino, se hace camino al andar. Pathwalker, there is no path. You make your path as you walk. And I can't wait to learn about the amazing paths in your future. Congratulations and be well.
you guys.